Well, hello everyone. See if I got this right. Yep, microphone is on. Hopefully you guys can hear me. How are we doing tonight? Turn the light on, although there's a stack of games in the way. Hopefully shut off when I move it. Oh, let's go ahead and straighten that out a little bit. Looks like we've already got someone in the chat. Good evening to you as well, OXO. I'm going to make sure if my echo is going to go off. How is everyone doing tonight? Oh, we also got Montrose Ross in the chat tonight. How are you doing? Hope you had a blessed day today. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Hope you did as well. Had a good week so far? So in case you guys are curious, yes, I am going to be streaming PSP today. And if you're wondering why it looks so good, I actually saw a video earlier today showcasing some of the features of the RetroTink 5X. I'm going to admit, I've been playing with it for, gosh, a matter of a few months now. And I still don't have it fully figured out on what the ultimate setup will look like. And when I was watching a video earlier today, I saw them try it out with a PSP, or I saw someone try it out with a PSP, and I thought to myself, the PSP has never looked good on a TV screen. It doesn't upscale natively. It only shows the pixels that it should, and I thought, oh, if only it upscaled. But I have an upscaler, so we're going to try it out today. And the first game I'm going to try is a PSP. I don't know if it's exclusive anymore, but it sure as heck was at the time it came out. Ultimate. Oh, you guys can't see it because the camera has to be moved over so slightly. There we go. You still can't see it. But anyway, Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins. This is a game that is based on, I guess, a classic title. But if you guys are wondering, this is not a PS3 you're seeing. This is the PSP being upscaled with the RetroSync 5X Pro. And hopefully I don't shut it off accidentally. I've done that a few times. There you go. There's the UMD menu. Just to see what's going on here. And this is what I'm streaming. Let that play for just a little bit. We are going to try this out, and yes, I'm using my PSP 3000 Black Edition. There's nothing on the screen, so it's not like the Switch where you can see it on the screen and see it on there. So, that's the starter. Good evening to you as well. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you had a good week. If you guys ever wondered, each PSP came with a little file for an update, kind of like some of the PS3 games did, so that you can update your system even after the servers go offline. But yes, the PlayStation Store on here, if I'm correct, has been taken down already. The only way you can purchase anything from for your PSP, I believe, is through the Vita. So I'm not quite sure about re-downloading stuff. I didn't own a lot of digital titles to begin with through them. There we go. This has never looked this good when hooked up to a television. Lemmy K57, welcome to the stream. Good evening to you as well. Hope you had a good week. Gus asks, am I using the PSP as a wireless controller? No, this is all being run by this system, and it's hardwired in twice. I have power plugged in, and I have the component cable plugged in as well. And the RetroTink 5X Pro apparently does a very good job of upscaling this. I mean, the text looks sharp. I'm just letting you know right now, it does not usually take up the whole screen like this. I'm just reading through the text now, so it may take me a second here. Montrose says, doing good. Oh, you did? Diagnosed positive, huh? The graphics on the PS3... Okay, this is what I'm used to seeing. And if it doesn't upscale it to this full size the whole time, I will try to zoom in. Doesn't really work well on this, though. But I'll at least zoom in so you guys can see better if you're viewing this on a mobile device. See what I mean there? Wondering. know, I'm like zooming all around here now. It's about what I wanted it to look like. What does it look like if I do this? Yeah, that's what I thought. This is not the right background for this, so if we do 4x3, we can do a little bit better. Let's see what happens here, though. I should have played around with this more before the stream started, but I didn't really have time. So we'll see what happens here. Hope you're doing better, Montrose. Sorry, I was messing around with that. Feeling fine, much better now, good. Never really had any symptoms, but did have a cough. Yeah, it was kind of interesting. The first time I had it, I've apparently had it twice now. Once in 2020 and once in 2021. But I actually didn't have a cough with it the first time, so I was curious. That was going to be one of my questions. See what the options are on here. Button config. Alright, there's no difficulty setting, and that's what I was looking for. This game is a beast to play. Oh, let's see what I got here. From Uruguay. These more Sega Saturn. Oh, I intend to eventually. Thank you. I'm going to say Segagog. But you can say from Uruguay. I might say Uruguay every once in a while, too. Ah, here we go. Here's the... we're going with Novice Mode, obviously, because... I don't know, it's already hard to play this game the way I have it held. I don't think I'll be able to do some Sega Saturn tonight, but I will try to do more of that in the future. Definitely. Because I want to try it out with the upscaler as well. What you're seeing is not emulated. This is real hardware, unmodified. Component cables coming out. And yeah. So this is what I thought. This is what I thought it would look like. I'm going to let the music keep playing here, and I'm going to try to mess around with this on the stream as I'm doing it. The arcade has... the arcade you go to has the Ghosts and Goblins machine still? That's awesome. I haven't seen the original machine in ages. We still play a lot of it here. Oh yeah, in Uruguay. The Sega Saturn. Alright, I'm going to try to make this bigger, but it's going to cover up a lot of my logos and such. And I'm going to try to... I'm going to try to put my... Oh, that's actually not too bad. That's about as big as I can make it without modifying the whole setup. I may have to come up with a new scheme just for the PSP. At least you guys can see it. Oh. Oh. I keep trying. No. By the way, remember, I put this on Novice difficulty right at the beginning. Oh, got the armor back. Oh. Oh. Man. What did I do to get this guy? There I am, dead within the first five steps here. Oh, resuming from where we're at with... My gosh. Can I... No, I can't get past here. There we go. I say, I don't know if I dare grab that or not. Ooh. How I survived that. Okay, I got a whip. Kind of reminds me of Castlevania, but oh! Okay, the invincibility lasts a while. Oh, no double jump? You know, that... Oh. Okay. It made me huge. Made me smaller. I don't like the whip as much. Come on. Okay, I've got a different weapon now. Ooh, I like this. I did see the knife. Yeah. I didn't follow the AVGN rule. Get the knife, get the knife, get the knife. Ah! I'm now a grasshopper. A literal grasshopper. And I probably can't... I don't think I have a... I don't think I can attack. Oh, here we go. There we go. You're in for it now, Sonny J... Oh. I'm an old lady. Okay, maybe not an old lady. Yeah. Ah. Of course, that freaking hands. Oh, did I get him as soon as he got me? Okay, I do. Oh, nope. He's not dead. Now he's dead. Good. Leap boots. Now I can double jump. That's what I was wanting. Okay, that's not a door. I thought it was. I thought that was the door to the next area. And yes, I played this before. It's just been a long time. Okay. That's the end of the first level. I only died like 3 times. I wonder how many continues I get. Save. Go to the save screen? Well, absolutely. Apparently I've played this before, but when was the last time I played this? It does not tell me when. But apparently I only get 3 saves. Let's go ahead and overwrite. Yep. Oh, it did. It was 6/21? 6/20/20? I played a lot of this in 2020. Oh. Here I am trying to figure things out as we're going. Alright. Pause for a second. We'll catch up with the chat. I'm doing pretty well, Infamous. How you doing today? Everybody in the chat. I'm playing Crash Bandicoot Nitro Fueled on your PS4 Pro. I just started playing it yesterday. No problem, Sega. Sega God. Oh, that's alright. I don't speak no good English here either. Castlevania Symphony of the Night on the Saturn has awesome gameplay. Hey, Randall, how we doing? Never seen this game before? Yes, it is a remake of the one that came out in like the 1980s. But it was only... I know for a while it was only released on the PSP. Doing well, nice to see that. Finally finished Spyro Reignited. Get the knife, yep. That's what I said. I can get him for the... What? There we go. I gotta remember how to do this. Oh, that was almost deadly. And I do know this game has enemies that will only spawn. Ooh. There we go, I got the knife. You guys happy? That is a much better weapon. Oh! It's got those weird jump. Oh, look at how many lives I have down there. I was just wondering how many free passes I was going to get. That may not be enough to beat this game. Ooh. No! Don't turn me into whatever you were going to turn me into. Ooh, he follows me. Ah. Oh, he can follow me for a while. There we go. It's not an ending boss, so let's get that armor going. And I know if you don't... Oh! That's one of those enemies that can take you... That's one of those things that can take you back to the very beginning of the stage. Where's it going to respawn me? Ah. I lost the knife. Oh! That's an instant kill, too. Okay. That was not really fair. I'm going to spend all of my lives here. There we go. That's it. Ah! Those things weigh you down to where you can't jump as high either. Oh, I almost missed it. It's hard to anticipate when that's going to come out. There we go. That's what I need. Wait for the river of blood to come back out. No. And of course, that's all this game is a bunch of, I will say, unfair obstacles for you to try to get past. Okay. Now I have a... Oh, you can't even hit the backslide of it at all? Is this lava or blood, do you think? Yep. Now I'm all the way back here. Alright. I like this weapon because it homes in on people, but I have a feeling I'm only getting it because of how difficult it is to get to this part of the stage already. I'm just waiting for the blood. That's another thing too, is that you can't control if you're moving when you first start jumping. Oh! That's game over. That was quick. This game is the reason to buy a PSP. One of the reasons, yep. I can see that. Game reminds you a lot of Castlevania. Probably, I don't know which came first. Do I want to continue or load? Let's try continuing. Or is it going to drop me at the beginning of this level? Sure. Oh, with this weapon? Oh, that's fine. See how far it made me jump? I don't want to lose this weapon. Because I like that it homes. So sorry. Not, Alright, oh yeah. I gotta beat the snake again. That's gonna kill me. Okay with that. Snake's gonna die. Better armor. Big river of blood. Ah! Oh, what in the world? I can't jump on the top of that platform? This is going to kill me instantly. Oh, no, okay. Yeah, I couldn't jump up this high. Oh, how I'm surviving, I have no idea. Pure luck. Okay. I just don't want to lose this weapon. I don't care if it upgrades my armor. I just really don't want to lose this weapon. And I just did. And now I'm dead. I was going to say, is this going to be instant death? Oh! Okay, if they get too close to you, they just home in on you. There's the knife. Okay, really? Can he climb? Is that the end of that stage? Ooh! This is on easy, people. I mean, I'm not that bad at video games. Man. Hey, Gordo, welcome to the stream. Ro S, also welcome to the stream. And TI Cal 2399, welcome to the stream. 100% blood, you think? How are your guys this week going? Or I say, how are all of your weeks going? There we go. I don't want to say, I want to get the wrong moniker of the gender again. I'm from the Midwest in the United States, and that's what we say to anyone, guy or girl. We say, you guys. So please do not take offense to that. That is my Midwest upbringing. They were not sensitive to those issues when I was growing up. All right, so we're going to make this above that. There we go. And then I should be able to make this. Oh, look at that. You guys know what channel you're watching, right? I don't need to keep that up there the whole time. That a little bit smaller. That is until I can get my PSP background fixed. Save completed. Happy New Year to you as well. I love it. Looked really hard. It's all about getting it part of it. Oh, hey, Kiro Godzilla. Welcome to the stream as well. Like Marvel's Avengers on PS4 right now. I got that for a friend over Christmas. He wants to give it back to me. Oops. Pause that for a second because I gotta adjust myself. Adjust myself before I wreck myself. There we go. You guys still see all that, right? You don't really like hard games, but you know some people love them. It's too much stress, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I will say this, I don't like unfairly difficult games for sure, and this is one of those games that are definitely going to seem unfairly difficult. I knew that was going to happen. Passing legs. Oh. Can I spam this guy to death and just waste all my lives? Ooh. Ah. See? See where he's designed to jump and keep himself over that hole. He wasn't as bad as I thought. Got an extra life. There we go. Got him. Tropical Breeze is not easy. No, I agree with that too, ROS. But I still recommend it to people just because it is strangely addicting. We are going to... Oh, we go unlock the stage select now. We're going to definitely save. I think this was farther than I got in my last save, wasn't it? Yeah, 6/9 of 2020 is when I last played this, and oh nope, I got to 2-1. On Novice. I played the heck out of my PSP when the first stay-at-home orders and shutdowns were. But as you guys can tell, I haven't been back to it because I've been playing the Switch a lot more. Alright, next stage. Yep. Nope. Yep. I'm not going to beat this on stream, but I will definitely show you guys what it's like. I knew it. Those things were not attacking me earlier, and I really did think to myself, aren't those things supposed to be attacking me like that? And they will not leave you alone until you kill them. And there it is. I was up there for like half a second. And there is a delay between when I attack and when it happens. That's not a lag on the stream at all. It's like how the game is designed. Certain parts of this game where you really just got to try to speed through and get past as many obstacles as you can. And if I'm right, I'm pretty sure there's an enemy in this game called Butthead. What is it? I think the Angry Video Game Nerd guy put that out there again, AVGN. Or they call him like A-hole or something like that. Ooh. This game makes all the Castlevanias look like a walk in the park. No, I do not want the whip. And that's not going to work. Okay. And I got the whip again. If I remember correctly, this is the level that made me think I'm never going to get through this on one life. Got the knife. Here's the thing. I gotta stand directly on top of that. Oh! Try this again. Oh. Okay. This is... Oh! This guy has the same power-up as the Hammer Bros in Super Mario Bros. 3. Ah, new weapon. Ooh. Let me at it, let me at it. Oh. Don't know what that's supposed to do. Or that. Oh, I got a warp. So I can now warp to this area if I'd like to, I think. Yes. Select an area. Oh, that's it, because I haven't unlocked any more warps. Nice to know. And now I'm a chicken. A literal chicken, and I'm pretty sure... I'm pretty sure the only way to get out of that is to... And I don't like that weapon. Good. That's okay. How I survived that, I have no clue. Yes, I was waiting on that. Come on, do I get the knife? Okay, got a different weapon. Oh, these things aren't so bad. These guys. One of the worst enemies ever created in a video game. See that? He intentionally stands outside of your hit area. Better weapon. Oh, I was gonna say, you better keep walking. Finish that area. I forgot what those enemies are called, but I think they're called something like a-hole or butthead or something like that. And apparently I got here quicker last time. Alright, overriding that save. Check it out on the chat. Yellow Tropical Breeze on the Switch. I like it too, but the first time I beat it was on the Wii U. I don't think I've beat it on the Switch. There's a certain level that always ends my run every time I play that game. I think it's the Lumberjack Sawmill level. Happy with the arcade console. Nice. So like I got the Xcade ink stick. Interesting. Levels you found infuriating were the racing games and Spyro 3 Reignited Trilogy. Yeah, I don't like the final battle of Spyro 1. Oh, it's pretty much you have to fight the Easter egg guy to win the battle. Hate that. And I'm already dead. Let's try this again. Miss the knife. The goal is to find out where it wants me to go before this thing disappears, right? Ooh. Oh no, I'm just supposed to ride it. I'm supposed to get attacked and ride this thing till it kills me. If you don't kill it, they just come back and still get you. Pretty sure. Oops. I'm supposed to grab something there. Oh, there's suit armor. Nope, extra guy. There I was. There I was trying to go. That's what I wanted. I knew there was some reason I had to... And now I got turned into the... Who's that lady who always hung out with Maid Marian? Can't think of her name. That's who that character reminds me of that they keep turning me into. I called her old lady at first, but that's not really right. Like old maid. Okay. Oh, well, they're gonna make me rewrite that whole thing. Okay, for some reason it wasn't. So I see the puzzle now. Oh, okay. I wasn't using the magic at all. I keep forgetting I have it. Oh, look at that. Oh, no! You have to shoot it first and then go. And now I have the worst weapon of the game again. Second worst. There we go, take another hit. And immediately lose it. Because I have this very bad weapon. Why didn't my fire magic stop that from happening? There's almost no way to avoid getting a bad weapon in this game. I thought I could land on top of that, but apparently not. Apparently you only get one shot of that each time. Do I recommend this game if you have a PSP? That's an interesting question. I would if you're a fan of what is essentially a game that basically trolls you the entire time. It's one of the most intense platform challenge games you'll ever play. On any platform. Not just this one. Oh, come on. Knife. There we go. No, I don't want the whip. I was going to make you ride it back. I wasn't quick enough. In other words, instant, so I got to ride this whole thing back. You know how much better the knife is? And there it is, I'm dead. Thankfully, it's just going to respawn me right here because I'm already back at the beginning. What? Oh, there was a platform that spawned right there. Was that always spawning there? Like Capcom games? Then yes, I would recommend this for you. But I guess I should ask... Oh, okay. I'm stuck between dead and alive. Yep, that was a one-hit kill. Thankfully, it's just going to respawn me back here. You're dead. And it I don't get that. I got through that once, and the only reason why I died is because the second time it got me. This would have been a great thing to have save states on. This is my last chance to go through here before I die. I guess this is where my playthrough is going to end. And it's already there. Boom. Sadly, I'm going to die already. I'm out of magic. How do I... There we go. Come on. Oh, they teased me with that suit of armor. Oh, I was going to say, is that the end? I'm down to my last hit. That's it. There it is, game over. And now I would have to go through that whole thing over again. Not thinking I'm going to do that. Alright, you'll pick this game up then, if you find it. Yeah, it's, I don't think it's incredibly rare, but it wasn't that expensive when I grabbed it. It's been a couple years since I grabbed it, though. If I continue, I think it's going to put me at the beginning of this level. Kind of having fun with it, even though I'm not talking to the chat too much. Sorry about that. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's going to start me back at the beginning. So now that I feel like... Oh, I already start with the knife, so I don't need that again. I will say this, remember, this game is on the easiest difficulty it can possibly be on right now. Oh. That was ridiculous. I should have been able to avoid that. And that one. The issue becomes, yep, it's going to respawn me right here, and then I'm going to instantly die. See that? Is it going to respawn me there? There we go. Now I'm back to where I was when I kept dying a whole bunch of times. Oh, I gotta grab that suit of armor, I guess. Oh. Oh! Really? If you guys wonder why I'm hopping around like that, it is not by choice. It is... The controls are intentionally designed to screw you over every chance they get. Like right there, I jumped up twice and it threw me off the edge. I don't know why it's doing that. And now I'm tiny. Maybe this will help me out. It did for a second. Yeah. I gotta wait for that platform to come through. Oh! Oh! Yeah. Dang dragon was blocking my entire path. There we go. Come on. Put that suit of armor there just to screw with you. Okay. It spawned right on top of the platform. There was no way to avoid that. Now I'm back about the same condition that I was the last time I got here. Darn it. I'm back to this lady again, but at least I can float. Okay. Oh, float down here. I'm just trying to get to a checkpoint, please. Don't make me redo this level again. The worst freaking weapon in the world to try to do this with. Did I just beat the level? Please tell me I can save and not have to do this again. Question is how are they gonna screw me over this time, or I just screw myself over, and that's it. Oh. Let's see. There's one in the Nintendo eShop still deciding on. Are you talking about this game? There's a digital copy of this one? Yeah, I was going to say, it used to be exclusive to the PSP, but I think they came out with it. It's one of those games that will irritate you. You can only play it for so long, and then it irritates you enough to where you have to stop. And now I want to play something slightly more relaxing. So I am going to quit this game, and we're going to switch over to something else. Now, what's really weird is the menu is going to look all blown up, blown out of proportion. We'll switch back here to something else here in just a second. So that was Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins. Pretty decent game for the PSP. It's the only way I played it is portably. Here's the UMD if you guys wanted to look at that. I think it's worth it. It was one of the games that I tried to play through a whole bunch of times. I don't think I've ever beaten that game. It'd take a lot for me to actually get a thing to beat that. Alright, the next game I'm going to try... Oh, I have a... Let's see here. I have a whole bunch of games sitting here. Uh, I've played a few of these games before. Let's try something different first. Try this one. This one I don't think I've beaten on the PSP either, but I've always wanted to. This was for a while the only way you could play this game portably. Well, at least in as high a resolution as it is. Yes, sir, this game. That's right. The original Final Fantasy as it was redone for the PSP. Thought I was going to retype. Here we go. Does this sound better? Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes the microphone likes to cut out on its own. Thank you. I must have pressed... It's probably when I pressed the space key. Because space is a... space is my shortcut to do that. I'm going to have to turn that off. Let's see if I can get into settings and do that while this is on stream. Because, you know, I'm always getting stuff. Yeah. Mute the mic. Where are my hotkeys at? Here we have Final Fantasy. Oops. Okay, there we go. There's the beginning. I think I was about to play the opening cutscene again. So now we're on press start. I don't think I have a game to load, so I'm going to do a new game. Do I want English, Japanese, Kana, or Japanese? Well, I only speak one of those. Sorry for those of you who are expecting me to play this in Japanese. Isn't going to happen. Oh, I forgot I can name all these characters. I'll let you guys decide on the names as long as they're stream appropriate. There we go. Mute and unmute the podcast microphone. Let's change that to this. Well, that would work too. There we go. I changed the key so it doesn't cut out anymore. All right, guys, I need some names. I mean, obviously, the warrior's got to be player 1, so let's go ahead and do that. Warrior. You guys come up with the rest of the names. Cloud Strife. Ooh, I like that. I can do one of them. Hopefully you guys like hearing this, because I will do this a lot in this game. I think I'm going to try to get to Garland, the first boss in here. Oh, I can just name him Player. Really? In this day and age, we can't fit that much people in there? Okay, so I'll go with Cloud. Who else do we got? You guys want other Final Fantasy character names? I could name one Corvid. Oh, like Corvin. Is it Corvid or Corbin? Dallas, off of The Fifth Element. I think it's Corbin. I know someone who refers to it as Corvid 19. White Mage. Need a White Mage name. Can you guys hear me now? You should be able to. I keep seeing, the last thing I see is audio out. You want me to put audio out on this one? I don't know if that'll fit. What's a good... Here we go. Do a whole bunch of C names. Let's date this playthrough right away. There we go. And the Black Mage. I think I like Corvid. Could have named one of them Fauci, but that might get me banned. Alright. Only one of them looked like they could be wearing a mask. Alright. And then, yes, we have an opening cutscene. Look at that parallax scrolling. You just don't see that anymore. The world lies shrouded in darkness. By the way, if you play the original, I think this version of the game is based off of the Wonder Swan Color version. It's the same thing they based the PlayStation 1 game on. There we go. You guys can see me a little bit better. Roth. Oh, I came in too late. I would have loved that one for the Black Mage. But the people believe in a prophecy, impatiently waiting its fulfillment. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light will come. After a long journey, 4 young travelers did at last appear. Funny is I can actually watch this on this screen because the delay doesn't matter on an RPG like this, on turn-based games. There's our 4 crystals. I have to go get those later. It's kind of interesting that they decided to see, now my video's cutting into that. And there we go. Oh, I have to use the directional pad. I'm right. I can enter some battles. This looks great. Like, in all honesty, I guess I should have tried to use some black magic. My gosh, this game, like I said, this game's never looked this good upscaled. It's almost, I don't want to say pixel perfect, because I'm just using the generic, but I mean the pixel density on this thing is nice. You can see some artifacting when it scrolls, but not too bad. This is one of the games I wanted to try. All the games I'm playing today are just ones I wanted to try with the upscaler. Dead. Man. We'll take out a whole bunch of those. Everybody's just using the weapon to take care of them. I wonder if I can get everybody up a level before I go and see the king. Is it Cornelia or Corneria? Can't remember what the actual name for this kingdom's supposed to be, because they initially put Corneria, but I think it's supposed to be Cornelia. There's a translation error. Castle Cornelia, yep. So that was... The king is searching for the prophesized warriors of light. Those crystals. Could it be? I think that's a direct verbatim from the original game. The king is searching for the prophesized warriors of light. Those crystals. You must see the king at once. Yes, I'll read this kind of like a storybook for a little while where I do voices, and then I will eventually stop. The king. Welcome, travelers. I am told you carry the crystals. Is this true? Just imagine, the NES had to dream about having this much dialogue. It was just as Lucan? Okay. Lucan's prophecy foretold, when darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of life shall come. Chancellor. Your Majesty, we cannot be certain the warriors. These are the warriors foretold by the prophecy. Yes, I'm doing horrible voices. Intentionally. The king. Yet they stand here before us with the crystals. I cannot diminish this as mere coincidence. Crystal bearers. The task I ask of you. Would you not rescue my daughter, Sarah? Chancellor. Garland, a knight in his majesty's service, adopted Princess Sarah. Ask for your aid. And yeah, Garland's the bad guy. That's all you need to know. All that dialogue to say, Garland's the bad guy. Go get him. The king. I have heard that you wish to journey to the continent to our north. How did he hear about that? I didn't even know I wanted to find the passage to the north. The bridge leading north was lost long ago, making passage impossible. You know, they're replacing a bridge no more than like 30 miles away from me. And they have been working on it now for a year and a half, and just now they have the pillars up. So yes, if we get to the point where they build a bridge in this game, it's one of those things where I'm going to have to say like, huh, wish that could happen as fast in real life. Never played the first Final Fantasy? It's okay, but it is far away from the gripping masterpieces of the later ones. I would say if you've never played one before, start with 7. I mean, played any Final Fantasy before, start with 7. They all have the same dialogue. Let's see. I think the castle may have something for me. Nope. Come on. My sister. I want my sister. Her sister from another mister. That may be another Midwestern saying, or it's just something I just made up. I'm not that clever though. There's somewhere around here. There's like weapons I can grab, or a piece of armor. Garland was once the greatest knight in the kingdom, but power consumed him, so he lost sight of it. Yeah, they give Garland a lot bigger backstory in this game than he had in the original. But you know what the funny thing is? Whenever I hear the word Garland, I always think of Isn't that a Christmas decoration? Yes, this game was a... Thanks, Infamous. I'm not even trying. Yes, that's a brag. Her Majesty overcome with grief, she shut herself inside her chambers. Please try not to upset her. Well, I'm just going to go upset her. I am Jane, Queen of Cornelia. Please bring my daughter, my Sarah, back to me safely. By the way, that's what I think the Queen sounds like. Actually, I do a lot more, since my throat still isn't back to 100% since the illness I had. I do an impersonation of the Queen, which I think is spot on. I don't want to. There we go. I say, where's my dash? They didn't have that. This was not built into the original game. You had to make this trek. Apparently, I didn't have to make this trek that long. There we go. Our ancestors sealed weapons 100 years ago in this room. We gave the key to the Elf King. And yeah. Okay, so there is a treasure room, but maybe I can't get to it yet. Okay, stop talking, old man. I'm done with you. Yep. Locked by the Mystic Key. Same. Alright. So yeah, nothing I can get to yet. Let's go ahead and start leveling up. We'll go to the town, get some weapons, earn some gil. Oops. That's what I get for dashing. Wonder, can I afford anything yet? This, by the way, the soundtrack to this game is very beautiful. I'm not quite sure how much I can play it because I'm pretty sure it's probably going to get flagged, but they did a good job translating it. Okay, this is not one of my favorite songs out of here. I've been known to give quite the lecture. Have a listen? No, we didn't come here to hear a lecture. Would you like a teddy just to hear a moment about monsters? Oh, these are the game's tutorials. We don't need no stinking tutorials, do we? The only Final Fantasy games you haven't played is 1 through... Oh, you haven't played 4? Or 6? I don't know. I would recommend 4 before 6 just because it's more simplistic. 4 has a great story, though. City of Dreams. But you have played 7 and 8. You haven't played 9 either? 10, 12... So, in order, I would start with 4, then do 6. I think the first 3 are only enjoyed by people who really are huge fans of Final Fantasy. Like, consider themselves to be one of the best. I have 548 gil, and none of these cost a lot of money. Interesting. Wooden nunchucks, which, okay, that's equal. The staff... I probably want to give that to the wizard. Let's go ahead and buy 2 of those. I don't know why the weapons are so cheap. I'll buy staff. Let's go ahead and we'll do some auto-equip stuff here later on. Chainmail, yes please. And leather, yes please. And everyone else just wearing clothes. Alright, let's get some better music to equip these people to. Equipment. Optimal, please. Perfect. That is so much... You know, you have no idea how much it's so much easier just to do that than it is to play the original game, the NES game. Alright, we're definitely going to need... Oh, the Phoenix Down I can't buy. We definitely need some Phoenix Downs. Let's buy some potions. 500 apiece for Phoenix Downs. But... Oh, I bought too many. Can I sell? I want at least one sleeping bag. We'll use a sleeping bag before we get to Garland. The strategy of this game is very simplistic, and the story doesn't really make it worth it to play this one as opposed to some of the other games. All right, let's do some leveling up before we get to Garland. You do have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 9 on PS1. Okay. I mean, if you already have it, is there a auto battle? Equip or flee? I thought there was an auto battle. Maybe that's in a different version of this game. Hey, 8-Bit, welcome to the stream. Final Fantasy Type 0 is skippable, in my opinion. 15... I really... Ooh, okay. Everyone's gonna gain a level. Good. I mean, I liked 15, but okay, here's the bridge that's out. We'll be able to rebuild that once we defeat Garland. Oh, we were ambushed. So if you guys are just joining on the stream, since 8-Bit you just got... Oh, and Chris, welcome to the stream as well. Since you guys are just joining us, I'm gonna... This is original hardware. I'm playing this on a PSP that is hardwired into my upscaler card. And it is making this game look phenomenal. This game usually does not look this good when being plugged into a TV. The upscaler is doing a wonderful job making this game look tolerable. I just realized that the screen was a bit cut off there. I was gonna ask, how you doing, Chris? Final Fantasy 13 Trilogy on PS3. Interesting. Have you played 13 already? I think you left that off your list of the ones you hadn't played. I like 13, and I like 13-2. I did not like 13-3. Oh, I'm doing good, Chris. Doing better, if you're asking about how my recovery has been. Pretty sure that cave is where I need to go to get Garland. Can I save? I'm gonna save. Just because in a Final Fantasy game, if you're not saving after every battle. Checking the Memory Stick Pro Duo. I have a 2 gig Pro Duo stick in there, which should be enough to save every game that I have in my collection. That's where Garland is in that castle. I don't know what the cave is for. Oh, we're fighting Crazy Horse. Okay, good. If I can't beat these enemies here in one go without using black magic, I will not be able to make it through the castle. But look, see how flat the castle looks? It kind of reminds me of Mario Kart games. Final Fantasy 4 and 6 are very good on the Super Nintendo. I also liked Final Fantasy 5, but I liked the battle system in that game and the job system more than I liked the story. The story is good until you get to the end. Like, the story has a phenomenal beginning in... Good, we're getting some levels. The story has a phenomenal beginning in number 5, if you can get a translated version. Since you said you have it on the PlayStation, that one's translated. And the soundtrack of that one's really good. I don't know, I really like 5, but it is that is my 4, 6, and then 5 is how I'd rank those. 6 is usually ranked above 4, but I like 4's simplicity. 4 is a very simple game compared to 6, and definitely compared to 5. But I think all of them are good on that platform. If I had to recommend any of them on the Nintendo Entertainment System, I would recommend Final Fantasy 3. And only because, like, very few people have actually had a chance to play that game. Hey, Mitten, welcome to the stream. Or is it Myton? Sony? Or Sunny? Let me know how I'm pronouncing that. If I'm pronouncing that right or wrong. I guess I'll ask, since I don't know if I've done this. Is this the cave? Is this the wizard's cave? I didn't think I had access to that yet. Earth Gift Shrine. Oh, this is new to this game. Pretty sure I can't beat this dungeon yet. This is the Earth Gift Shrine. Long ago, ye could enter, but the way's been shut sign. The land began to decay. I'm assuming they're trying to do like an Irish accent with that. Oh, that's it. So yeah, I can't do anything with this yet. And they put a rock right there for some reason, so you have to walk around it. Right now I'm just leveling up until I can get in there. I'm going to do a rest in the inn, and then I'm going to head back. Because I've been gaining levels, and look how low my health is compared to what my max could be. Now if I'm right, the inn is free until you beat Garland. Yes, 6 is 3 in America. I guess I should point that out. I do have Final Fantasy 2 and 3 / 4 and 6 for the Super Nintendo. And yes, I did buy, just because I wanted to, I bought the Japanese version of 5. I don't have plans to mod it and get the English translation patch out of it. I just wanted to have a Super Nintendo copy, and I'm thinking eventually either I'll try to use a strategy guide or I'll show like an English walkthrough next to it, because once you figure out what the controls are, you should be able to get through the game okay. I guess the problem is you have to memorize what spells are and everything. Might be a nice way to learn Japanese, though. The compilation's also on Final Fantasy... Yes, on one cartridge on the GBA. It's also on the Nintendo DS as well. But I'll tell you what, it doesn't look this good. on the GBA or the DS. But then again, I don't think it looks this good on the PSP either. Even though that's what I'm playing on. I want to get one more level, and then I'm going to... By the way, how do you guys like the player names? You know what I should have done since there's 4 characters? I didn't even think about this, too. I should have named the first one player, the second one start, the third one 1. So it would be player 1 start, and then live. Should have done that. Of course, now I think about it. Next time. Next time we'll do it. This is a lot easier, by the way, than the game I was just playing. If you guys missed it, go back later on after the stream's over and watch me struggle through Ultimate Ghost and Goblins. This is something I do wish that I could, like, dock the console instead of using it as the controller. I don't even know. Is it possible to use an external controller? Like, plug in a PS3 controller into this USB port at the top? Ooh, Goblin Guard, huh? Oh, no, he's dead. This is why I needed a Phoenix down. Alright, now I need to... He's not gonna gain any level experience, so he's gonna be... There we go, and everyone's gonna gain a level except for him. Did he get to the end? There we go. I don't own any Phoenix Downs. Oh, you do have to pay for the inn? I thought it was free. Hey, I'm going to rescue the king's daughter. Doesn't that count for something? The PlayStation ports and updates are also very good. Same with the PSP releases. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Although, Final Fantasy III, the actual Final Fantasy III, not 6, and Final Fantasy IV got 3D remakes on the Nintendo DS. Okay, my thief is... Oh, my thief's still dead. Is there a... Can I revive him? Now let's see if I can revive him in the church. Yes, I do. I wish to resurrect Cloud. Pay 40 gil, sure. Just imagine if you could actually resurrect people and all you had to pay was 40 gil. By the way, is that going to be the digital currency that Square is going to come up with? Is it going to be gil? Oh, now I gotta go. Now I gotta go pay the innkeeper to. Here, I'm here. I can use a potion, but let's go ahead. I thought the inn would restore his health, but I forgot. In this one, you actually have to go to the church. Ugh, what a waste of money. You play the Japanese translated 5. You're right, the story starts off strong, but does feel a lot. That's what I said. The opening of that game is one of the best I've seen in any 2D Final Fantasy. And the music that accompanies it, I mean, seriously, I watched that opening to that game like several times when I first played it. Just because it is a really strong opening. If we get a chance sometime, I'll play the PlayStation version, since I have that. I mean, I could play the Japanese version, but then you guys wouldn't be able to tell what's going on. And I don't remember every line verbatim to tell you what's going on. So yeah, Cloud is now... threw me off. The fact that Cloud died really threw me off. Let's see here, we missed some other ones. Also played, yep, Dirge of Cerberus on the PS2. Having your PS2 physically, yep, I have that. Your favorite childhood game? That's awesome. There we go, now he's leveled up. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remix integrate on PS5 and PS4, waiting for the part 2, yep. I did see the next version of Final Fantasy VII is just going to be it's gonna allow you to play. I forgot what it is. It's not the part 2. That part 2 is not gonna come out for a while. I mean, that's just what I'm looking at it as. But they're gonna release some other Final Fantasy VII titles in between it. It's gonna get very confusing in the long run, I think. But yes, I did play Final Fantasy VII Remake on the PS4 Pro because I couldn't wait. And then I did get Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, and I got about halfway through the story before I put it down again. You could import your PS4 save, but I had already beaten it, so I just like, I'll just start from scratch. And it is a very well made game, is what I'll say. I don't think it replaces the original Final Fantasy VII, but I think it actually accompanies it very well. So it still gives you a reason to go back and play the original. I think that's... Oh, I got a lot of MP out of my Black Mage and White Mage. I can go up. Let's go up and fight the tougher enemies again. Yes, I'm very much looking forward to Part 2. Do you have any idea when they said it's going to come out? I did see there's a Final Fantasy VII, it's not Part 2, that's coming out supposedly this year, or it's going to be announced this year. And they did say in the rumor that it's not going to be Part 2, but it's going to allow you to play through some of your favorite parts of Final Fantasy VII. And it's very strange the way they look at it, but I mean, that's Square. However they can make money out of it. The Saga games, which are translated as Final Fantasy Legend, yes, I did enjoy that game as well. Very enjoyable on the original Game Boy. I liked Final Fantasy Adventure, actually, a little bit too. Maybe, I don't want to say more, because it's only a standalone title. But Final Fantasy Adventure was like a one-off title. Legend had 3 different sequels on it, but yes, I wasn't into RPGs back when the Game Boy was relevant, so I played those... I played Legend and Adventure years later, first on an emulator, and then I got out my Super Game Boy when I found them in a store and started playing them. They're not bad. I like them. I guess they're the Saga games now, but you're right. But this may come as a shock. I have not played the original Secret of Mana on the Super Nintendo. Nor have I played Chrono Trigger, even though I own it like 3 different times. I own a copy of Chrono Trigger for the Super Nintendo. It's one of those, thank goodness I decided to pick up that game when I thought it was expensive. I picked up Chrono Trigger maybe back in 2010, 2011. Right when I got out of college and I wanted some retro games to play, I dug out my Super Nintendo and started collecting some titles for it. And I almost didn't buy it because I thought $30 was expensive for a Super Nintendo title back in the day. And if you guys know how much Chrono Trigger goes for now on the Super Nintendo, you're going to think, I thought $30 was expensive. Well, think about it. Back in 2010, most Super Nintendo titles were still under $10. And the rare ones weren't triple digit yet that I was aware of. Like Super Mario RPG, I bought that when it was like $15 or $20. And now that one's super expensive. Like I said, it's crazy. I think the same thing with my GameCube collection. I collected a bunch of GameCube titles from GameStop when they were clearancing them out because they were backwards compatible on the Wii. So I got like Super Mario Sunshine, Mario Kart Double Dash, Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, all the Mario parties. I bought those for like $10, $15 a piece back in the day from GameStop. And of course, with my power-up rewards points where I got so much off for used titles and trade-ins and stuff like that. So, I mean, paid virtually nothing compared to what they're worth today. The weirdest one that I bought was Chibi Robo. And unfortunately, I bought that more recently. So I paid more than I thought I would, but I mean, the value has only gone up. I paid, like, when Chibi Robo was $50, I think I paid that for it because I sat there going, you know what? Maybe I'll consider this game an investment. So I decided to pick up Chibi Robo as an investment game. Like, oh, I need to see how far away I am to the next level. I'm not paying too much attention to what I'm doing on the screen because this is a game you can play with basically your eyes closed until And I'm trying to reach a specific level before I try to take on Garland's cave. If I remember correctly, Garland is a status, is a pushover. How far away am I until the next level, does it say? Next level's 23. We'll do one more level for everyone, and then I'm going to go to the inn. I'll save one more time, and then we'll try to take on Garland, see if we're strong enough. My goal is to get the warrior character up to over 100 HP. As soon as he's up over 100, I should be able to take him. The only Square games you got on the Super Nintendo in the UK were Mystic Quest, Secret of Mana, and The Secret of Evermore. No Final Fantasy games at all. I think I remember either you brought that up. Oh, didn't get enough EXP yet. I think you brought that up earlier, 8-Bit. Either that or somebody else did who was overseas. I thought it was crazy that they at least didn't give you the English translations of the games. Why would... I mean, if anything, you guys would have thought it was just a poor English translation. Because, and again, I'm saying you guys, I mean people over in the PAL regions. It's crazy that they didn't at least bring the English versions over. Oh no, I'm ambushed. Chronologically confused about video game titles. Yes, Final Fantasy will do that. Hey Damon, welcome to the stream. I'll read your comment in just a second here, as soon as I can see if these people are going to level up on this one. This is what every Final Fantasy game is, too. It's just grinding and leveling up. Although they do a better job of hiding it in some of the other titles. I am not leveling up yet. How far am I to level up? 9. 9. $220 for the cartridge. Is that for Chrono Trigger, Damon? Because if that's Chrono Trigger's price, I may sell mine. Yes, I thought $30 or $35. It's somewhere between $25 and $35 is what I paid for it. It's been so long. It's been over 10 years ago. I can't remember what I paid for every game. I just know whatever price it was back in the day, I thought it was ridiculous. But I paid it anyway because I'm like, well, I kind of threw the thing like YOLO. I want to play the game as it was originally intended. I've owned a copy of Chrono Trigger on the PlayStation 1 for years. Because I have the Final Fantasy IV, I think it's called Anthology or Chronicle. I can't remember which one has 4 in Chrono Trigger. And so I played it a little bit on the PlayStation. I played it a little bit on the Super Nintendo. I didn't really get into it, and I said I'll be back to it someday, and I've just never been back to it. So I don't know anything about the story. I thought the game looks visually beautiful, but holy cow. Yep, Chrono Trigger. That is insane. Insanity. Is that game particularly rare, or is it just in high demand? That is one of those few games that I could say, at least it's a good game when you buy it like that. Usually, when games get so... There we go. Come on. And of course, one of them's behind, so I gotta do one more. I gotta get my last guy up. See if I'm over 100 HP. Oh, I'm up to 97? Are you kidding me? Uh-oh, I didn't grab any antidotes. And I'm definitely going to need some anecdotes. That's why I said I did not stock up for going into that cave yet. I didn't think I would hit one of those spiders yet. Some complete inbox for going for 800. See, that's the thing. I have never thought that buying complete inbox games in a retro game store or anything like that was ever worth it, just because of how much higher the price is than buying it loose. So back in the day, they probably would have been charging 80 or 90 bucks for a complete inbox copy of Chrono Trigger. Now, 10 years later, it's gone up 1,000%. So it would have been worth from that standpoint, but there's no way to know that's what it's going to do. And I'm not buying it for value, I'm buying it to play it. So on cartridges, I don't really care if I have the box. Now, CDs and disc-based games, I don't like buying them if they don't have the disc. Same thing with like Nintendo DS and PSP games. I want the case for all of them. What else am I trying to think of? Nintendo DS games and 3DS games, I really want them to have the case to them because there's no way to stack them up and actually see what the game is. I don't really care about the cardboard boxes on the GBA or Game Boy Advance. Like I said, any cartridge system, I'm okay with getting it loose. Alright, where am I at? Alright, yeah. Those enemies are barely making a dent in my HP now. Let's go ahead and go to the inn in Cornelia. I need to remind me to buy some anecdotes before or after I save. Actually, preferably buy some antidotes before I save. Kind of bored of sandbox games and first-person shooters, to be honest. I do find myself getting burned out on first-person shooters pretty easily, but I did play a little bit of a first-person shooter today that I think is very fun, so I'm okay. I was okay with playing it. Serious Sam, I went back and played a little bit of the First Encounter, just because I love those games. Those games are very well made. Anecdotes. I gotta choose between anecdotes. I need more than one, because I'm gonna get poisoned a couple times. Or being able to revive one of my crew members. Alright, so I might need to come back so I can buy a Phoenix Down in case one of my party members falls. Let's try it without it. Like I said, I don't like leaving without... How long have I been playing this now? Half an hour? Alright. Let's go see if we can beat the bad guy. Most of your games are boxed except for Nintendo stuff. In that case, you don't really care, but then you have boxes for them. Okay. I can see that. The only boxes I get games for, like if I buy a game box for them, it's for games that I can't tell what they are. So Sega Genesis games, 32X, and Nintendo 64 games, as well as Sega Master System games. I can't tell what those games are sitting on my shelf because they don't have any spine labels. That's another AVGN thing that he 100% nailed with game collecting, is why they can't show the thing on there. I do not have boxes for my Atari Jaguar collection, only because I don't have very many of them, so it doesn't take any time for me to skim through them. The 32X games I really don't need them for either, but I already have some complete in box, so it was, alright, let's get the rest of them boxed up. But I have a bunch of N64 games and a bunch of Sega games I have not boxed up yet, just because the boxes were starting to cost too much money. I was buying them in bulk, like 100 at a time, for like 40 or 50 bucks from this like bulk supply website, and then they like doubled the price on them. So I've been holding off buying more cases until I know exactly how many I need. Like, for example, does Madden 97 really need its own box on N64? Like, that's what I'm thinking of. I'm gonna have to start prioritizing which ones do I want boxed, which ones do I not care if they sit in a drawer and I never touch them. So only because I feel like I can't buy any more of those boxes without spending too much money on them. Oops. Super People does not impress. Not sure if I follow that comment, damn it. It may be from too long ago. I don't know what Tarkov is. Hey, First Amender. Welcome to the stream. We're playing PSP on original hardware. This is wired into my upscaler and capture card. And yes, if you're wondering why this game looks so good, you are correct. It looks great. If you're thinking this game doesn't look so good, well, it is the PSP being blown up 5 times the size it's already supposed to be. Plus, I'm blowing it up a little bit more, so it takes up more of the screen. I didn't realize it's like a super wide ratio. It's even wider than 16 by 9, it seems like. Save. Now I'm going to save in a different slot, now that I'm in front of the castle. We're going to keep that going. Alright. I get a drink here, catch up on the chat, because when I go in the dungeon, I might not be paying attention as much. Alright, First Amender says, recently saw your videos so comprehensive. I feel like there's not enough of that. Oh, I appreciate that, First Amender. Thank you so much. I appreciate that too, Infamous. You guys have really yep. I really appreciate that, guys. Thanks. Or I'll say people, peeps. I need to quit using the gender-biased version of that, right? I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to get better. It's like 30 years of habit working against me when I say stuff like that. This is like the definitive version for Final Fantasy 1. You had this game, really good game. They improved literally everything. Yes, that is true. This is the PSP edition, again, coming off of real hardware. Hey, Ryan, welcome to the stream. By the way, guys, that's the Ryan that I stream with sometimes. He's been on 2 of my streams in the past. Stop that capture for a second. I got 30 minutes of stuff going here. Couple of new first-person shooters, yep, with a couple of them. I was actually playing some Halo Infinite before my Game Pass expired. I let my Game Pass expire, and I'm going to pick it up again when the next big game comes out, because I'm still trying to work through a backlog of games. I may do a video about why, something around the topic of why I let Game Pass expire. Because I like Game Pass, and it's a very good value if you have it for, if it's like your only system. My nephew just got an Xbox, so he's on Game Pass, so I may have to renew my subscription quicker so that we can play online again. Yep. Your name's Brandon? Okay, I'll if I can remember Infamous, I'll refer to you as Brandon if I can. Otherwise, I'll just say Infamous. Is Addie watching the stream tonight, Ryan? Or is it just you? I know I kind of brought the show to a stopper here. And now, listen to even more awesome music from Final Fantasy 1. I'm right. If I explore the dungeon, I don't remember if I find something or not. I don't have any spells? What? I thought I started with at least light or holy. So we already made a mistake. I'm going to have to go back. I'm going to have to buy some spells. That way my black mage and my white mage can actually be useful during these fights. You just use your real name, username, protect your real name. I understand that. I said my name's Tyler, but I go by Player One Start on here, so I definitely get that. I started continuing further into the dungeon without realizing I need to get out of here. I really need to get out of here because I definitely need to. This could end before it even gets started here. So I don't remember that. Paralysis. So that should go away. All right. Am I still paralyzed? No, good. Excuse me. That's why I had that hot button made. So I need to go back and buy some spells here. Good team composition. Nice. Oops. One wolf is called Loneliness, the other one's called Despair. Well, there's a third one called Hope, and a fourth one called... I forgot what it was. Hope and... there's Loneliness, Despair... Oh, one wolf is Loneliness and Despair, the other one's Hope and Happiness. Which wolf survives? The one you feed. That's an old tale that was very horribly recounted in, I won't say horribly, but very... They tried to make a message in the movie Tomorrowland that had George Clooney and, I can't remember who else they had in that. Oh, Dr. Gregory House was the chief villain in that one. Hugh Laurie. There were some other people in there too. I forgot who the main character was. Those are words to live by. Nice to meet you as well, Brandon. Like I said, it's one of those things where I sometimes get a disconnect with people's names. I'm better with faces, but since I only see you guys with names, don't be offended if I somehow don't make a connection. It's not that I forget, it's that I'm very bad with it. Just ask Ryan on the stream how many times I call him by the wrong name. It happens a lot. And I've known him for years. Okay, I have 600 gil. I need to find where the spell shop is. I need to buy fire and light. There it is. It's hidden up here. White and dark magic. Perfect. Oh, they're all... So I have to... Focus lowers one's evasion. Let's go ahead and... Yep, you can do that. Definitely want to try sleep. And then thunder. Lightning and the thunder. There's one time I tried to play this game with nothing but mages. And the first battle, you basically can't do. There we go. Cure. What's Dia? Deals damage to all undead foes. Yes, please. We're definitely going to need that. Protect. Raises caster's evasion. Yeah. I don't know which one to do. I like the protect because then I can add it. I can do it to her first and then give it to everyone else. But blink apparently only does it to her, so I'm gonna stop. Yeah, that was the better choice. No question, protect. Yeah, I thought that too. I was just like, I was thinking, I'm like, I really know how easily the white mage's health bar drops down to 0. Is this the one that dances? Yeah. She's actually a reference to a character in Final Fantasy IV. She's not in the original. They added her in here just to mess with you. Alright, we're going to heal again. See, this game's very simplistic. I've beat through this area a whole bunch of times because I played the original Final Fantasy several times. Only beat it as maybe once or twice altogether. I think I had to beat it once on the Nintendo just because, on the Nintendo Entertainment System, just to say that I beat it on there. And I think the other time I beat it was on the PlayStation. Alright. Now that I'm properly equipped, I'm going to save again. Oops. By the way, Ryan, did you like what I named my characters on here? I got Player, Cloud, Corona, and Corvid. I thought those were appropriate for this time. Red Mage is greater than White Mage. Yeah, but White Mage is more of a classic character. But that White Mage robe is very iconic to the franchise, I think. As well as the Black Mage robe. I'd have to remember to save in front of the cave again. Yes, you like that? I thought you would. Love what they did with the original character sprites in this remake. Yes. Absolutely. I mean, they redesigned them. I think the PS1 version is really a port / remake of the Wonder Swan Color version. The Wonder Swan Color was a handheld that only came out in Japan. Sure, some of you guys probably know this. That only came out in Japan, and it didn't... It sold okay, but Final Fantasy I was its #1 selling game. Sold like 1 million copies or something like that on that platform. So, I think they were planning on... I think it was like... Was it Bandai or Namco? Or maybe when they merged, put out the Wonder Swan Color. And I think that's how they were expecting to port this over to the US. So for ages, it didn't actually come out after they made it. They made it in like 98 or 99, and it took like until 2003 until they ported it to the PlayStation 1. Think about that. It came out on the PlayStation 1 a couple of years after the PlayStation 1 was all done. But thankfully the PS2 is backwards compatible, so that's where they probably thought most people would play it. Oh no, I've been ambushed. You're going to need a guide if you're going to play the original. Well, the reason why I'm going through this now is because I don't think I should need a guide for at least this first area. I can get to the bridge, and then I'm going to be lost. And then after this, I was planning on playing some other games, but it may have to wait until next week. The reason why I'm on my PSP at all is because I wanted to test out my upscaler on the PSP to see if it made it look any better. And this looks amazing for the PSP. The PSP does not look good on a television. It doesn't look good on a CRT. Of course. Have to give me at least one more battle. The problem is I keep forgetting about what I need to do in this game, like strategy-wise. I know where to go in the first half of this game. I just don't remember apparently what all to do. I think I can get to the pirate ship if I really want to. I have Final Fantasy 1 on PS1, but still haven't played it yet. Yep. It's one of those things you can easily overlook. There are still active Final Fantasy 1 sites. It wouldn't surprise me. There's a lot of, there's a lot of support for it. Yep. Alright, 45 minutes in. I remember to buy my spells. I'm going to turn my capture card back on. Let's do this. Now, if I don't remember why I need to explore anything other than just going into the room with Garland in it. Look at that. Going right for the white mage. The poor defenseless white mage. And magic. Let's see. Oh, look at those graphics. And he's dead. Didn't even get a chance to cure myself. Oh. We got another level increase. Right for the white mage again. And he's dead. Alright, there we go. Now we're leveling up quickly. I'm gonna have to use my magic outside of here. Cure. Thank you. Really? I can't get to anything until I get that key? I'll take care of him. Sorry, I'm paying more attention to the, paying more attention to the game than I am to the stream. I'm gonna try Dia, just because. There we go. Not as effective as fire. Leather cap. Who can use the leather cap? Apparently I can. I don't know why my black mage doesn't have the HP that he should. Yeah. I'm going to save out here. Oops. While my health is a bit lower. You know what? I'm just going to go back to the inn. Use the inn. Yep. That's what I said. I never want to go into a fight that I know I'm not 100% prepared for and going to win. Hey, Rex. Welcome to the stream. Montrous Ross says, Playing one of your favorite Super Nintendo games, Aladdin. Really? That is one of my favorite as well. Was a constant rental for me. I play games on emulators on retro consoles you don't have, yeah. Nintendo and Super Nintendo is how I got into emulation, so... Nintendo was on my Windows 98 PC, and Super Nintendo was on my first laptop I had for college. That's actually where I remember playing the Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 6 the most. Was on my lunch break over when I was at college. Of course, I was never the one to be the social one at that point. Never heard of the Wonder Swan, and I've heard about a lot of systems. Yeah, like I said, it's one that was only released in Japan. Look it up on Wikipedia. They have a good page that says a lot about it. I haven't done a video about it because I don't own one, but I think eventually I would probably like to pick one up just to see what it was like. I don't own a lot of import systems, but I do have it imported. I have a Super Famicom. I have a PC Engine Core 2 graphics, and I have a Japanese Dreamcast. All because I've heard that they can basically be cheaper to collect for. And I do like importing Japanese games that are on region-free systems. The Wonder Swan version of this game is the same as the GBA version? Okay. Do you have your selections set to memory? Kind of. I said this is a game that you can almost play with your eyes closed. I forgot to mention you do have Final Fantasy Crisis Core on PSP, and it's also... hang on. Since you mentioned it. Mine's the greatest hits version, but this is one of the originals. I didn't buy this used. I bought this brand new when I got my PSP. There it is. This is Crisis Core for Final Fantasy VII. One of the few PSP games that I bought brand new back in the day. Most of these I purchased used. And yes, if there's enough time at the end of the stream, I will play a little bit of that, if you guys want me to. But I grabbed a whole bunch of games to try. And I'm not going to get through nearly as many of them, because this is taking longer than I thought it would. I'm going to go ahead and stay in the inn. I can grab a Phoenix Down now. Love how they put their hands up in their mouths like they're whispering an incarnation. Yes. I like that too. It's those little things. They did that, I think, in the original too. They did something similar. They didn't have as many frames of animation. Constantly save. This is a skill, I can tell you, that has left within a generation. The kids that I have been working with in the high school, they have been so spoiled by cloud-based saving. This is a generation that barely remembers using a flash drive, much less a floppy disk. So they haven't been taught to save as often as we have. Yeah, for some reason, Corvid's HP level is still so far down there. I thought that his HP level should at least be 100 by now. Dang Corvid. Corvid's not as healthy. That's basically what I'm saying, guys. My apologies if you're not following the sense of humor. Ah, man. It's like the game knows I'm in a hurry, so it's trying to bog me down with as much of them as I can. The game you remember you played on the PSP is Sonic Rivals. Read in Mario Kart more than enough times to buy it. Yep. That's one of the few... I was surprised. That's one of the games my brothers wanted to have for the Super Nintendo. When we all agreed on a game, it was pretty much a guaranteed we would get it. It's when we disagreed. I had 3 older brothers, so they had priority on what to get for any game system. And then, of course, when they got a better game system, I got the hand-me-downs. So when they were playing the Super Nintendo, I was playing the Nintendo Entertainment System, because nobody wanted to play that anymore when the Super Nintendo came out. So I got the Nintendo, and I was able to play a whole bunch of games. That's why I've played a whole bunch of them that came out after the Super Nintendo did. Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Kirby's Adventure. Gosh, what were some of the later games? Wario's Woods, I think I remember renting and not liking back in the day. Oh, look at that. Corvid's health is failing. You knew there was going to be some immature comments by naming him that. Let's go with, oh, I didn't grab a Phoenix down. One of those things where you go to the store and you forget to buy something. We're going to use a cure on Corvid. Look, I just cured Corvid. I said my apologies if your sense of humor doesn't follow mine. I find that hilarious. But yeah, regretted being broke when you went to Kmart. Was selling Wonder Swans and blister packs. Really? I don't remember it ever being for sale in the U.S. For me personally, I don't remember ever seeing it anywhere. I remember like the PlayStation Pocket. I remember being aware of that. Try to pause it here for a second so I can catch up on the chat because it's getting away from me. Bought the Street Fighter collection for PS1 that you picked up recently. Nice. That'd be a good one to have. PS2 was not as well designed for 2D games as something like the Saturn, but it did a decent job with 2D games. You get another PSP, gave yours to a friend, doubt he even uses it anymore. Yeah, this is actually my second one. I had a silver PSP 2000 edition model that I had to sell off because it was one, as soon as I got my teaching job, I'm like, I'm never going to play this again is what I thought, so I got rid of it. I had to buy this years later at a garage sale, just because I wanted to get back into it and play some games on it. This was well before COVID. Like 2011, I got my first teaching job, and that's probably when I sold it off. Then in 2013, I got this thing. So back when the Vita was out. Wonderslot is an interesting system, having it emulated, albeit briefly. Found that most games, yeah, are impenetrable due to the language barrier. Yep. Stick with the Neo Pocket Color. NGPC just sitting on your desk. Thought about getting a new screen for it. Nice. Nothing you went for it. Metal Slug second mission. And a puzzle link. Yeah. If I had a Neo Geo Pocket Color, I'd probably get it with the screen already replaced. I would try to anyway. Or I'd quickly get it modded after. My Game Gear is probably on its last legs with its screen. I know the sound chip needs to be fixed too with those capacitors. Definitely need to get on that sometime. Better get used to these random fights, yep. Do I have a favorite RPG? It would probably... I mean, I've played a few of them. Breath of Fire on the Super Nintendo is a fun one. Not one that a lot of people have played. Garland. The king will have no choice but to exchange the king's lapdogs. Do you have any idea who you're messing with? Man, I heard that a lot when I worked at McDonald's. Do you have any idea who I am? I'm like, nope. You really think you have what it takes to cross swords with me? Very well. I, Garland, will knock you all down. Now he's Humpty Dumpty. Your local Super K had lots of random stuff, imported items too. Interesting. That must have been a regional thing. Magic, Dia, magic, fire. Fire. I'll see if fire or thunder is more appropriate for him. There we go. Ah, he's not undead yet. So that didn't work. Alright, attack. Attack. Magic. Let's go ahead and protect... Let's protect Corbett, because he can't really defend himself. Thunder. First boss battle. Alright, fire was more effective. I'm going to use fire. Look at that. He'd be dead if I hadn't protected him. Magic, and now we're going to have a cure. We're going to cure Corvid once again. Oh, he went down. Easy. Easy. Because I leveled up too much. There it is. You've come to rescue me? I don't know how I can ever thank you. I'm Sarah, Princess of Cornelia. This is the first time anyone's ever defeated Garland. Well, first time on this console. You must allow me to show my gratitude. Please accompany me to Castle Cornelia. Hopefully those don't ever get annoying. Castle Cornelia, 2nd floor. I wish they would say that in movies. Get to the whole point on there. Thank you for returning my daughter to my side. There can be no doubt that you are the Warriors of Light from Lucan's prophecy. You should hear the prophecy in its entirety, if I may. When darkness veils the world, 4 Warriors of Light shall come. If they cannot gather the shards of light, the darkness will consume all. The 4 crystals will never shine again. Now I hear that a crystal can be found on the continent to our north. Restoring the light to the crystals is our only hope of ridding the world of the monsters which plague it. Why they didn't include voice acting with this, I have no idea. I will have the bridge to the north rebuilt as I promised. Now, I said this before. Ryan, if you're still on, you can back me up on this. They've been building a bridge like 30 miles from my house, maybe 15 miles from yours, for at least the last year and a half. This bridge is going to go up in literally a fraction of the time. I pray that you succeed in restoring light to the 4 crystals and to the world. Gotta get that classic fanfare in there. And is that it? Oh, there's a trigger of a cutscene here in a second. There we go. Wait just a moment. This lute has been entrusted to the princesses of Cornelia for many generations. When he abducted me, Garland took this lute as well. I want you to have it. It may aid you in your journey. So, she was upset that some guy named Garland took the lute. She's just going to give it away, though, right as soon as she gets it back. If someone stole my PlayStation and I went to my PSP, and I went to great lengths to get it back, I would not be giving it away so quickly. You obtain the lute. That's the dancing girl in town. Oh, wait, what was my voice for the... I can't remember my voice for the Chancellor. It's like a little sliveling worm guy. The dancing girl in town knows many odds and bits of information. If you stray from your path, try talking to her. She may know something that can put you back on course. I'm not even going to dignify that accent with a name. There we go. Now the bridge is going to get rebuilt. This is as far as I planned on going now. I like how they have the shadows of the clouds coming down here, giving it that illusion of perspective in 3D. Orders from His Majesty were to do our part to fulfill Lockin's prophecy. I don't know why I'm going with a somewhat British accent. Like I said, I don't want to demean any accent by comparing it with another one. I'm not specifically trying to do any of them. Bridge is fixed. If anything, I imagine since these are construction workers, they probably sound more like construction workers. What does this bridge have to do with the prophecy? That is a great question. Let me explain it through song. No, I'm not going to sing. The 4 Warriors of Light are here. They're in Cornelia. I think it's because of Cornelia. Probably. Alright. Now I can leave? Yep. And I think when I get to the bridge... Oh. We should probably save. There used to be a meme about Final Fantasy and how often you have to save in this game. It's been more than 5 seconds. I should probably save again. Has been uttered several times in Final Fantasy. Oh, by the way, did it heal me? No. I think once I get to the bridge, it plays a little cutscene. If it doesn't, then I'm just gonna end it there. I'll let you guys know if you guys want to see another Final Fantasy game for the PSP, or if you want me to try something completely different. My gosh, it's already been over 2 hours since I started streaming. flew by for me. Hopefully it did for you guys. I probably have... There we go. Cutscene. I can't remember if it... There we go. The four warriors of light depart the kingdom. And so their quest began. Hey, Xenon Ronan 77, welcome to the stream. And Adrian. Yes, this is the PSP. And if you're confused about why it looks so good, this is plugged into my upscaler. I have component coming out of here that's going into my upscaler, and it's making it look fantastic. Component and the upscaler. As the four warriors of light, they felt overwhelmed by the great task destiny had placed before them. I like when they try to do this proper English thing, but it's all kind of translated from Japan. And so they're trying to go directly from the translation. They did not know the true significance of the four crystals they held in their hands. The crystals that once, long ago, held a light that shone so brilliantly. I don't know if they were expecting someone really young to be reading this, but this is scrolling a bit too slow for me. The time for their journey had come. Oh, there's more. Don't worry, there's more text. Again, I feel like because this is on a UMD disc, there should have been a voiceover for this, but whatever. Phoenix Downs, Phoenix Downs, Phoenix Downs. Thanks, First Amender. I will go back and get some Phoenix Downs because I forgot. The time to cast off the veil of darkness and bring the world once more into light. And if you guys didn't know, it's still scrolling. Just very, very slowly. There we go. Nice little intro cutscene. And the opening logo. So that whole thing is like the opening like tutorial mission. Alright. And now we're gonna go get some Phoenix Downs. I didn't get a single battle that time. Alright, I can buy two, but I'm only gonna buy one. Who's that? Oh yeah, this is the lady that can set me back on my path if I get lost. Is this where I go for Phoenix Downs? Yep. Buy. Buying a Phoenix Down. Thank you. Thanks. Anything else? Nope. I like how everything else is so cheap, but the Phoenix Down is really what you need, and that's what's the most expensive. We're going to save again. This has been more than 5 seconds. I'm going to save in slot 1 this time. Oh, I should probably go back to the end too, right? But that's going to be the end of the Final Fantasy playthrough on this stream. At least this Final Fantasy. So, I appreciate that, Brandon. Really enjoying the stream. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, actually. I haven't seen the most people on this stream. Oh, because I keep forgetting, by the way. If you guys haven't liked it, don't forget to like it. But I am going to switch over from the original Final Fantasy. And my question I've asked is, do you guys want to see another Final Fantasy game or something completely different? Chrono Trigger. I don't have Chrono Trigger on the PSP. I just don't. I didn't even know they made Chrono Trigger for the PSP, did they? Look up. But don't worry, when I plug the Super Nintendo back in, I will play some Chrono Trigger. It was not. They made Chrono Trigger for the DS. And the PlayStation, Super Nintendo, there's the Super Famicom version. I do not see a version of Chrono Trigger, at least by itself, for the PSP. Whatever's more fun for me to play, alright. I will choose something different, but I am going to let you know I did go through about a 32-ounce glass of water. So, you guys know what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to take a quick restroom break, and I will be right back with another PSP game. We'll go with something completely different just so the stream doesn't get too stale. But I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. See you guys in just a second.
failure.
All right. That's not the right one. That's the right one. Okay. So we're going to switch games here a little bit, but I'm going to catch up on the chat as we're going through here. You know what I just realized? I've been using the wrong video mode on here the entire time. The upscaler has a... Yep, so right now I'm on 1080p fill, but the next one... See if this makes it go bad. Yeah, I can overscan it. So I can make the image just slightly bigger. So it'll look a little bit better to me. But the overscan's supposed to make the pixels a bit more even with what the display would be for 5x, so let's see what happens with that one. All right, let's take a look here. Didn't know we were only doing a PSP. Yeah, it's the only thing I have hooked up at the moment. So, I mean, I have my Neo Geo still sitting out here, but I don't have the resources to have all of my consoles hooked up over here, so I can only do one console at a time. If I do real hardware, I can't switch between systems as easy. But if I do it from my Retro Pi, I can switch systems like that, like no problem, so. Yep, I appreciate it, guys. Love that. Oh, yeah, you like that music on there? Yes, it is royalty-free. There's a credit when it's on the screen. It's just requires attribution. Yeah, I think I've been able to find a couple of them that are really good there. Azure Flux was what I used for a long time, but they do chip music or 8-bit music that's really fun. Yep. Good. Yes, I did wash my hands when I was done in there. Yep. I have to I always make it a habit to wash my hands anyway because I have moisturizing hand soap. So it keeps, like, especially because it's been dry lately, it's been doing a lot with that. So here's the next one I'm doing. That's right. If you guys haven't followed my channel for a while, I love playing golf games. And Hot Shots Golf is one of my favorite franchises. So we'll try it out. And if it's not your guys' cup of tea, I can switch to something else. I also have some classic games collections over here as well. Oops, I should turn off my overscan notice. Yep. And I will change the name of the game. Sony Computer Entertainment America presents. I forgot that was a Sony franchise, Hot Shots Golf. There we go. Let's see what I can do here. Oh yeah, look at that. You know what? I need to make it smaller a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Oh, it's going to load a demo. This game you can play on almost anything. I don't have to play the PSP edition, but it's fun, so why not? I have the PSP hooked up. Last few games you bought for the PSP were... Oh, you know what's funny that you mentioned that? I also... This is part of the reason that prompted the stream, too. I saw a video on YouTube from somebody else. I've been trying to learn more about my upscaler to make sure I'm using it correctly, because I know on the Neo Geo, I don't think I use it exactly the way I'm supposed to, because it has a Neo Geo filter mode I'm supposed to be using. So I was trying to learn more about that, but yes, Burnout Legends, I just bought that too. So maybe I'll play a little Burnout Legends since you mentioned it. After Hot Shots, of course. But yeah, it's kind of interesting you mentioned that, because that's something I just bought too. Oh yeah, and of course we're going to be player 1. P. Oh, PM. The Prime Minister. What in the world's going on? Oh, I'm staring at the wrong screen. There's a slight delay. Okay, all those are space. Looks like we're going to have just enough room. I really don't like it when they do keyboards like this. I really like it when they do the QWERTY keyboard. There we go. Now we're seeing the full power of the PSP. Single player. Let's just go stroke play. And I was going to say, I'm not thinking about doing a full thing. Let's do 9 holes and see how it goes. You also bought Tomb Raider Legend, Outrun Coast to Coast. I wanted Outrun Coast to Coast, but I couldn't find it.
I'm all over it.
I'm all over it. But that's a nice thing. Ace... Sengoku Ace Episode 3. Interesting. D&D Tactics. These are some good games. PSP games are cheap. Yes, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to showcase this. Because when people say what system I recommend you collect for, the PlayStation 2, the original Xbox, and the PSP are old enough to be considered retro now. The PSP maybe not as much, but it's getting there. It's 15, 16, it's going to be 17 years old this year, so that's close to retro if I say so. Oh yeah, look at the graphics on this thing too. For a handheld portable system for 2005. How do I preview my shot? Okay. Ooh, just the right amount of... yeah, I'll call it just the right amount of mustard on that one. I know this isn't like Tiger Woods' thing where you have to dip the stick back. Okay, where's the wind speed located at? It says 10 with a flag in the corner. Oh no, 2M pointing at me a little bit, so... There we go.
Good shot.
That is a nice shot, thank you.
That's it.
On the green!
On the
Everybody's golf is awesome. Yep, I like that.
Go for birdie.
This is Hot Shots golf, though. Love Hot Shots golf? Good. Really don't mind any games? No, that's all right. Never got to play any golf games, you know, but I'm willing to have an open mind. Hey, they're quite fun, even if you don't like golf. In my opinion. So 40 feet is that far away. That's not going to go in.
No.
I didn't know how high it was going to go up. Try that again. That's what. Or how fast it was going to go. There we go. That should have been a birdie, but I'm still learning the controls, so. Replay or next? I guess we'll go next. Golf games are a lot more fun to play than they are to watch or even play in real life, I think. But this game controls kind of like Mario Golf. Question mark? It doesn't know how high the wind's blowing. Oh, look at that.
Good shot.
Perfect shot. Now it's okay. Now the wind's 4 meters, which means it's going to go in the rough. Could have put more mustard on that one. Ooh.
Good shot.
See if it hits. Is it going to hit the target? Oh, that was so close. I was going to roll.
Go for birdie.
This is a tougher birdie. It's coming back at me. 40 feet away. Is that far? Nope. Good amount of mustard. Just didn't have it aimed right. It was like a gimme shot. There we go.
You made par.
I like how it says kaplunk as you put it in. Was that a cow on the top right? There's a flag on the top right. I'm sorry, on the top left. I didn't see it. Sorry. Was Tomb Raider Anniversary on PSP? I don't know about that one. It had Tomb Raider Legend, for sure. I just saw that the other day, but they wanted too much for it in the store, so I didn't go for it. Oh, this is hole number 12. We're in something. We're in Asia? Is that what it said? Ooh. That's 100%. Wind's blowing off to the side here. Definitely don't want 100%. Oh. Death.
No.
Completely missed the ball. Thankfully, it's going to roll downhill and hit the green anyway. I screwed up the shot, but tasks failed successfully. Oh gosh, this ain't going to get... I'm going to preview my... Just going to get me closer. There's no way it's going to go in. But I probably could have made it go in if I had turned it as far over as I thought I should. And now it just needs to go in.
You made par.
Still haven't been able to get a birdie. Have I played Patapon? I don't think I have, at least not by that name. Really looking forward to 2K Augusta, hopefully coming out in April. The Masters rarely... Oh yeah, releases licensed to games. Is that supposed to be like, are they actually going to come out with a... Is that going to be part of the PGA Tour 2K22 or 23, whatever they're doing? I'm kind of waiting to see what they do with that. Between the bunkers. Oh, I didn't put enough mustard on that one. Hopefully it goes straight enough. Right in the bunker. Oh. Didn't get far enough, but it would have. If I had gone full mustard on that, it would have wouldn't have landed right. Ooh. That where it's... No, it's gonna land. I saw where it's gonna land. It's gonna land right on the other side of the mountain. Alright, now this one's tricky, because too much mustard, it's gonna go right in the water. Not enough mustard, it's not gonna clear the mountain. Oh, I forgot about the trees. What cleared the trees?
Ooh.
It's the mountain, but lands on the fairway. Do not keep rolling. Do not roll into the water. Do not roll into the water. Okay, good. That was my biggest fear was with that. 8 yards. Slightly blowing. I like how it has a musical note when you get it just right. Ah. Gonna put more mustard on it.
On the green. Go for birdie.
You think that's about halfway, about 20 feet away? Oh! I'm getting better at putting, just not that good.
You made par.
Still getting par. Still trying to find Tomb Raider Anniversary for PS3. I don't know if that's a game I have for the PS3 or not. I'll have to look at my collection and see if I have that. I have a couple of Tomb Raiders. I don't know what I have for PS3, though. Wind's coming back at me. Gotta clear the mountain. Now let's try it.
Good shot.
This game would have stolen hours from me on the PSP. Alright. Coming back at me. Full mustard.
Good shot.
Oh, I didn't quite get there because the elevation's too high. I like how my guy like slides up to the ball too. I don't know if this is gonna clear this or not. Good, it's my sand wedge, so it should. Oh, it did clear. I thought it was gonna roll all the way back down. Unplayable. I think it was playable. This is going to be my first bogey. Can you hit the pin? Oh, rounded it.
Nice approach.
That would have been par, wouldn't it? Par 4. What shot is a 7th stroke? No, it would have saved me double bogey, though. Oh.
You'll be fine.
Triple bogey. Ah. The way she says good shot does sound sarcastic, especially when I screw up like that. Did I say that Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood was getting a physical release from limited run games? I did not. I agree with limited run making physical copies. The only issue I have with the physical copies that limited run makes is that they almost make them too limited because they want them to be instantly collectible. So there's no way I'm going to be able to get one. Basically, that's the only reason why I have a problem with them. Because I would love to get that physically for something like the Switch. Is that what it's coming out on, I assume? Ooh. Ooh. Because I didn't hit the shot right, but I'm still on the green.
On the green. Go for birdie.
Yeah. 70 feet is too far. What do you think? I put just enough mustard on it? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yes! Whew. That is what I wanted. Oh my gosh. Finally. I was going to say, that triple bogey really made me upset. I don't know why. I should have done the first time. Oh, the internet connection is kind of laggy. Yeah, sorry about that. My internet connection was the exact same. You guys saw what my earlier streams were like. That's too hard. That's too much mustard.
Good shot.
Yep. Oh, it's not going to roll off, though, is it? I thought it was going to go completely clear of the green.
Green.
If I would have...
Go for birdie.
Ooh. Let's see what a straight putt looks like. I got a musical note. Nope. Oh!
So close.
Too much mustard. It clipped the cup. Yeah, I got too cocky after my birdie. Same time even. Yeah, you're ordering it for PS4 physically. Yeah, how much, if I may ask, how much is it on that? I don't know if it'll be the same amount when I look at it, because websites seem to do it based on how much they think you'll pay for it, based on how much it actually is. Ooh. That's tough, but we'll try it. Oh no! That's gonna curve. That's a slice. Unplayable? No, it's in the rough. Don't go on the sidewalk. Yeah. Don't want it there. If I put just enough mustard on it, that could... Ain't gonna happen, though.
Good shot.
I do like how you say it. It's not like sarcastic. It's more like condescending. Nice shot. More a condescending nice shot. Like a sympathetic, like, nice shot, but I mean, anyone could have hit that shot.
Come on.
Oh, that was close. That's a shot you couldn't have planned if that would have went in. It only was like, what, 1.3 feet away from the hole? Could never have planned that out. Collector's Edition 176, yeah. So that's what I said. That's a prohibitively expensive mark for me. I said, if you hear about what I pay for the games that are now expensive in my collection, I didn't pay near any of that for those, so sadly I'll have to keep dreaming about that one. I would love to have it someday, but I doubt I would have it. I guess I'll say this. I do have one of those. I think I have Symphony of the Night physically for the original PlayStation. I'll have to look over there and see which one it is. I do have...
Good shot.
Is it Symphony of the Night that came out on PlayStation? Oh, good deal. Use that bunker to my advantage. That's definitely not what happens when you hit a bunker in real life, but I'll take it. That's tough. No wind. No wind with the proper amount of mustard applied will be quite nice. By the way, this game looks pretty darn good for it. This game looks like it could be on the Wii instead of on the PSP. Then again, the Wii wasn't necessarily a graphical powerhouse. Okay, I don't want to go full mustard on this one. I'm gonna play it safe. Hopefully, it doesn't roll off. Oh, pretty close to the hole though.
Go for birdie.
There it is. Got my second birdie. You have a black labeled? I actually don't know if I have the. I was trying to think if I have the case for it. Is what I'm trying to think of. Oh, it went black. There we go, +1. I was hoping to finish even, but there we go. That wasn't too bad. That's a nice, relaxing game to have. Oh, look at the nice little sunset they got there. That's a nice, relaxing game to have, like to play on your lunch break kind of thing. What? Why are there floating bodies there? Did you guys see that? It said good job, and it looked like there were dead bodies floating in the water. I'll have to go back and look at that again, because I think that's very morbid. Unless I didn't see that correctly. Go for a birdie? Why would you not want to go for a birdie? Yes, I agree. Oh, another thing, too, is that golf games were especially fun to play multiplayer on these portable systems. Just, I don't know, my brother and I did that on the PlayStation 3 for that. I am going to switch the game. I'm going to switch to a different kind of golf game. One that I think uses the trigger instead of, I'm sorry, the analog stick rather than the, oops. And then I'll play some Burnout Legends, but that might have to be it for tonight. because I've already been playing for about 2.5 hours, so let me go ahead and swap over to a different golf game that I think uses the stick. This one I'm used to playing on the PlayStation 3. But I had to buy it, and that's because I think it uses the best control scheme I've ever played for a golf game that uses the analog stick for its controls. Yeah, dark game, Chris. You're definitely correct about that. Did I have the Sonic Rivals game? I believe so. We're going to try Tiger Woods 08. I don't know if I can let the music play, because I think they license their music in these games. Hey, T-Tech Trab, welcome to the stream. Making coffee, but got you in the background. Nice. Heard something about a dead body. Yeah, the golf game I was playing, the Hot Shots Open Tee. Hot Shots Open Tee, when it's done, said good job, but it looked like there were dead bodies floating in the water. So I have no idea what caused that, but whatever. Unable the autosave feature? Sure, why not?
Sports.
It's in the game. Back when it used to be in the game. Now it's all in the DLC. Alright, I'm gonna mute the music for this here in a second. Just because I know they use licensed music until I can shut that off. Because yeah, it just told me it's playing something that's gonna get flagged. And I did know there was a point where you can add your own music. Maybe I can do that. Where is it? My profile? Player 1, would you like to use a profile? Sure. I don't see an options menu to turn off the sound, though. Or turn off the music. New. That's fine. That's fine. We're going to create our game face. Still amazing to me how good this looks. Oh, First Amender, I think you're right. It looked like dead bodies to me. But yeah, he said it looks like a bunch of hippos in the water. That's probably it. It was just darkly colored. Alright, yeah, that's going to be my character now. And fine. I'll go later. No, I don't want to play the tutorial. There we go. Options. Audio option. There we go. All right. So I was able to turn off the music. Now you guys can hear the music again. Always have to turn off the licensed music. You guys should be able to hear. Trying to figure out how to start a game now that I created a profile and was able to do that. Autosave on. Mulligans. Yeah, we'll keep that off. Rain off. Winds calm. That's fine. Keep all that this. Saving. There we go. And we're just going to do a quick play. Let's do random 3 because no CPU players because I don't want to wait to see anybody. Augusta, I don't think is on here. They have a lot of courses for this. Oh, they have Pebble Beach. Let's do Pebble Beach. Lucky enough to find a Series X in the wild? Awesome. How long have you had it, running? I feel like it doesn't make a lot of sense either. Why golfing? I don't know if I was golfing in Africa. I could have been.
It's absolutely crucial to find
I think I was supposed to be golfing in Asia.
Probably be a 3-wood or 2-iron.
So again, this does look like something you would see on the Wii. And this is what the PSP was doing at the time. Definitely better than seeing this on the DS. Here's my generic character it auto-created for me. Oh yeah, this is not Hot Shots Open Tee anymore. If anything, since I don't want to type, I'm just going to mute the message. All right. There we go.
Will you swing already?
Hey, when I'm good and ready. So what's good is the controls are just about like... The controls are just about the same as the PlayStation 3, except for there's only one analog stick. Here we go. Ah. A little bit of a pull to it. Yeah, my confidence went down a little bit. Oh, no. That's going overboard. And into the water. Hot Shots Golf was better, wasn't it?
Looking at 170 to the hole here, Gary.
I could use the caddy. I can go without the caddy tips. Oh, yeah, that was one of the things I should have shut off. Oh. There we go, on the green. Oh, I'm not on the green. I'm on the fairway. The world? I want to play as Tiger instead of me. I want someone with full stats. Okay. Where's my putt preview? There's my putt preview. Oh, wow. This analog stick is a lot harder to control than it is on the PlayStation 3.
No chance for this.
Not a terribly difficult putt here.
Okay. Now, if I don't screw this up, I'm going to go right in. Not enough mustard.
This is way off.
There we go.
Not an easy hole there.
Devastating loss of confidence. I like it. Your character gets stressed in this game? Yes. Amnesia, the Dark Descent, golf mode? Yes. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to show this. What was the question? I don't remember. Oh, I asked if, how long he had his Xbox Series X, I think. Lucky enough to find it in the wild. It was an Xmas, returned, open, new, 175 off at a local Walmart. That is awesome. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with it. But then again, it should have came with a warranty if it did, right? That's a good score. Definitely a little jealous of that. Even though I've had mine for quite a while, I definitely didn't get mine for a big deal. Here we go. To tell you the truth, this doesn't play like the Tiger Woods 08 on console. At least not that I remember. On the PlayStation 3. Great again. Oh, yeah. Could have been a little better. Could have been a lot worse. For birdie. They're making me putt from here.
This one's short. Let's not be one of those.
Okay. Wish it let me pull back because I can't see anything. Yep. So I did the same thing, but just not,
A bit too aggressive.
just with too
here.
much mustard. Just for, oh, I'm on the other side of the green now. It's really hard to tell where the ball's going to go here. Oh my gosh, that was terrible. There we go. Tap-ins on.
Need some serious
Double booger. My
damage
overall
control.
confidence is still shrinking. Yeah, the PS5 disc version, and skipped the. Yeah, that was terrible. I don't think we should keep doing that. Skip the Xbox Series X. I've got both, but it costs twice as much. Xbox has free cloud saves for all games with no backwards compatibility. It's contest.
Possible on the second shot, so that you leave yourself a shorter shot into this
I'm
very
reading that.
severe little par 5 green.
Oh yeah, I agree. There we go. First good shot I've hit all day. Probably the only good shot I'll hit today. The whole time I'm playing this, I keep thinking I'd rather be playing Tiger Woods 08 or 09 on the PlayStation 3. Ooh. So that was a slight push off to the side, and it really screwed up the shot.
But things could get rough from here. God, did I just sign a photograph?
Like I said, it's going nowhere near where it says the ball should go. And I think it's because that's how I'm supposed to do my player stats, but I'm just trying to quick play it. That's why I wish I was just playing as like Tiger Woods or somebody. I don't want to build up my character and play a career mode on this. There we go.
And that's
First,
par.
at least I made it to par by one of them. All right, I think the last one I'm going to end with is we'll try some Burnout, because that was one of the games that I just got. Don't know what my final confidence rating was, but whatever. What that means, anyway. We're definitely going to quit. Give enough time to auto-save. Not that I want any record of that abysmal match. Later. All right. But this game... Keep hearing the laser move inside of there, and I'm just waiting till it stops. Oh, there's a piece of dust stuck in there. That's what was making me play so badly. Golf games are a little bit more calming in the stream, aren't they? Although, depending on the golf game, I can get really riled up with it. I had one shot with it. Oh, this made me laugh. You guys remember these advertisements for the PlayStation 3? It only does everything, only $2.99. I like how it has the list of things that it can do on there. Some of those things are Blu-ray, internet browsing, built-in Wi-Fi. Man, imagine when that was a selling feature. Built-in Wi-Fi, trophies, built-in hard drive, photo slideshow, video chat. Anybody do video chat on the PlayStation 3? I'm not making these up. They're on there. Video chat is on there. They decided to put the internet browser again. 7.1 surround sound themes, PlayStation. One of them is DivX. I thought that was hilarious. Anybody else remember DivX and have the DivX player? That was a game. That was a game changer for me. I remember, because this was a DivX player, I used to get videos downloaded to my PlayStation so I can watch them later. Movies, TV shows, didn't matter. There it is, Burnout Legends. It also kind of amazes me that the aesthetic of this console matches the PlayStation 3 beat for beat. Love the PS5 over Xbox Series X in your opinion? And always been a Sony PlayStation kid rather than Microsoft. In the past, I have too. I think I'm not going to say one's better than the other at the moment, but I will say Microsoft caught up, definitely started gaining ground on the PlayStation. Because the PlayStation 4, in my opinion, has been so much better than the Xbox One. I still believe that. But with their game services, they're catching up to Sony. They definitely are. They definitely stepped up their game. Will it be enough for them to beat Sony and beat the competition? I don't think so, at least not in this generation. But it definitely sets them up better than it would have than without it. Oh, here we go. Yep, I'm going to have to mute the sound again until I can turn off the licensed audio. Requires a profile to track progress. Did I create a profile last time? I did. Yeah, it says 3/1/2011, but that's not when I last played it. I didn't have the time and date set yesterday when I was working on this. Let's see. Driver details. Settings. Audio. Good. Turn the music off. And now we can turn the game audio back on. I'm just going to do a single event. We'll do a race, and we'll see how it goes here. Race. Region random. Let's go. I guess USA is all I have. I only have one track. So it's not going to be... Ooh, I like this one. This looks kind of sleek. Or I can be a cop. Oh, I can't. Alright. So, I believe Burnout was pretty much like another... I almost want to say a spinoff. Like, Need for Speed was going in a specific direction around this time, so it made Burnout a bit better. I don't know how to describe it. I haven't been the biggest... you remember Divix, Xenon Ronan? Yep. You can play God of War Ragnarok on your PS4. You'll probably not be getting a PS5. Oh, I bet... I don't know. Like, Ratchet and Clank was one of those ones that definitely went to the PS5, so... Oh, yes. This is like Demolition Derby, and one... This is actually follows the rules of the older... what do you call them? Like Outrun. It follows the rules of Outrun. Where if you hit oncoming traffic, it flips you up in the air and you can't continue. Good. You take me out, I take you out. Get down, target achieved. I got a boost nudge. Or do I have a specific amount of boost I can use? Ooh. Drift. This doesn't look terrible. This looks more like... It's not quite PS1 graphics, but it's not quite PlayStation 2 graphics either. This looks pretty good. Again, for a handheld portable in 2005, and I think this title's from 2005 too. Yes, these guys are intentionally slamming into me trying to kill me. That's right. This would put some iPhone and Android racing games to shame with their graphics. This is only one of 3 laps. Hitting traffic. This is a pretty long lap. Oh, oncoming traffic. I will say the distance is very hard to see what's coming. On lap 2, I'm in position 4 out of 4. Wasn't first, so I hit oncoming traffic. Pretty sure there's a button I'm supposed to be hitting for brake, but the one I want to hit is horn. That's brake. There we go. I've now officially taken down all of them. That's like, oh, what am I trying to think of? That's like Cruise and Blast, the takedowns in this game. Oh, he's back. That is also like Cruise and Blast. As soon as you take him out, the first thing is you got to deal with him all over again. Ooh. This car does not control it well either. I would really like not to have to deal with that guy so I can catch up to the other cars. But it doesn't matter. As soon as I take him out, he's going to be right behind me every single time. Other than I'm missing something here. Ooh. Concrete kiss. Yeah, no way I'm winning this race. I missed where the start-finish line is, but I'm pretty sure I passed it. Had a near miss. You know they're going to go with airplane terminology here or not? There's a drift. More drifting. This reminds me of a more boring Cruise and Blast, actually, more than anything else. Because the environments aren't that really interesting. Very detailed for a PSP game. Keeping in mind this is supposed to be viewed on a screen that's probably smaller than the screen that you're viewing it on now. Using up my boost now. Yep, no way I'm going to catch up to the pack. But I was 6 seconds behind. There's the finish. Yeah. Definitely need some more practice at this game. Yeah, they don't give me a map or anything on there because they're trying to save precious space on the screen. So happy to get the PS5 disc version from, oh yeah, from an invitation. Yep, I remember you saying that. I think, or somebody else told me that. Hey, Travis, how we doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I was doing okay. Burnout Revenge the best? I do not have that over here, but I may have it if it's on the PSP. I do like the Burnout games, but it's for some reason this game is a lot harder than any other ones I've played. Turn that off. Longest oncoming record is 1,184 feet. Longest drift, 597 feet. Best lap was probably my last lap, because I finally used all my boost. 3 new awards unlocked. Okay, what's my awards? Did I get more tracks? What? I don't have a 50-inch PSP? No. But this would look good on a 50-inch display with this upscaler. Win a car at 10,000. I'm definitely not doing that because I didn't win the race. Win a car at 15. I'll have to take a couple more of those. 5 takedowns in one race. Yeah, because I kept taking out the third place person. So maybe I'll have to do a tutorial to do better on that one. I don't know. Game reminds you of your beloved MotorStorm games. You know, Brandon, I almost picked up the MotorStorm PSP game to play it tonight, but good thing I didn't because I wouldn't have gotten to it. So tonight I've played Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins, Final Fantasy, Hot Shots Golf Open T, Tiger Woods 08, and then Burnout, all on the PSP. So tonight was just kind of a PSP stream because I wanted to try out. I'll have to get my banner and everything fixed back up. In fact, I'll probably do that before I leave the stream. Fix everything back up the way it should be. I'll have to create a PSP specific theme because otherwise you guys will be viewing it like this, which is the way that I'm viewing it. It's not taking up the whole screen on mine either. And then we have this. Put me back where I'm supposed to go. And where's my message? That's what I say, what game I'm playing. Oh, what else we got here? Yes, but I almost played MotorStorm because that was one that I enjoyed as well. I really liked it on the PlayStation 3. That came with my PlayStation 3 when I bought my... I bought an original PlayStation 3, a launch edition one. It blew up after 3 days. No joke, flames shot out the back and everything. It blew up. Because I don't know if it overheated or if there's something defective about it. But I returned it to the store, and since I heard a lot of people were having issues with the 60 gig backwards compatible model, I decided to wait until they came out with a new revision, and I got the 80 gig backwards compatible model. When it came out, I got that in May of 2007, and then that's the one I've had ever since. So, but the one in May of 2007 came with MotorStorm, and that's when I first played it, and I really enjoyed it. That was my first PlayStation 3 game for quite a while too, because I couldn't afford anything. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I also got Resistance: Fall of Man. That game was phenomenal for 2006 on a system that wouldn't be known for first-person shooters very much. I mean, Call of Duty was huge and everything, but Xbox was the king of first-person shooters back then. So Resistance being exclusive was kind of a neat one, and done very well by Insomniac. That's a series I should bring back, or remaster. Hey, good to see you're doing well, Travis. You caught me right at the end here, but I've been doing pretty good. Getting better every day. What I've been saying, so... let me go ahead and quit out of this. I'm catching up on my comments here. You guys can see I've actually been playing this on the PSP. Enjoy the stream? Well, I appreciate that, Brandon. Yeah, I'm glad that you joined in. You joined in last week and this week as well. Can't remember exactly how many weeks you've been in here. Yep, the screen on here, this does take up the whole screen, by the way. The menus do, but the games do not. So it's almost like they use that trick that they used a lot on the PS1 between 240 and 480. They would have games that swapped it on the fly. Yep, you did tell me about the PS5. Okay, good. I was hoping that was you, because I remember somebody saying it. Again, names for some reason always elude me. It's kind of like a jumbled mess in my head, but faces I'm better with. So usually I'll remember your profile picture. Love the MotorStorm games. That's why... Oh yeah, that's why Sony will at least try to back compatible PS2, PS3 on PS5. You know, I've been saying for a while, and this was something I was going to talk about because Modern Vintage Gamer dumped a video earlier this morning talking about the PlayStation 3 emulation scene. And here's what I think Sony might do if they offer backwards compatibility. First off, If you guys have been listening to me talk about this, it's only been on stream, but I do not believe Sony is ever going to put backwards compatible PS3 out at all. Backwards compatible PS4, fine, but PS3, I don't think they will. The only way they will do it is if, see, that's why I said Damon's kind of on the same process of this. I think Sony is waiting for somebody else to do it, because the community that's going on that PS3 emulator, I can't remember exactly what it's called. It's just a bunch of letters, RCXPS3 or something like that. It's something like that. I just saw their backwards compatibility list for emulation is over 50%, but it's now well over 50%. It's like 60. It's almost 2/3 of the game library are completely playable through emulation. That is a breakthrough. So up until now, I kept telling you it's not going to happen because it's impossible. I didn't say impossible. I said it's very difficult to emulate the PlayStation 3. It really is. So that's why Sony was just never going to do it. But if the community does it for them, and they could just take that work and then make it work for them, they'll do it. I can see Sony doing something like that to offer backwards compatible, just because Microsoft, and here's the thing, it really, I don't know, Microsoft kind of just announced that they're dropping their focus on backwards compatibility. They're not getting rid of it, but they're really saying backwards compatibility has gone as far as it can go for them. So they're not going to add any more titles to the original Xbox being played on the Xbox Series X, and they're kind of walking away from it. That could cause Sony to say, well, maybe we don't need to worry about it at all. But Sony, if Sony listens to this, I doubt they follow me, but my theory is I would love to see emulation backwards compatibility on the PlayStation 5. I don't think Sony's ever going to do it, but if they are ever going to do it, it's going to be because the community built it first. Because that's been the big thing. It's cheaper for them. I'm sorry, not cheaper. It's more economical for them to remaster and re-release titles. So they'll do that instead of making them backwards compatible. The second thing is it is incredibly expensive if you had to pay someone to come up with that backwards compatible solution for the PS3 titles. Sony would never recoup their investment. That's something that bogged them down on the PlayStation 3. That's one of the reasons why they're just not, I don't think they want to bother with it. So here we are, and PlayStation 2 titles they can emulate, but why would you? Like at this point, they don't want an inferior quality game or an inferior looking game coming out of the PlayStation 5. It's only going to hurt their image unless they remaster the entire title. Yeah, that's what I said, Damon. You're kind of on the same. Sony's very quiet right now. I think they're working on it. I don't think they're working on it. I think they're looking at what that PS3 emulator is doing, and if they could adapt it to their hardware once it's viable enough, that's what they'll do instead. That'd be the smart move, because it's just a community of nonprofits putting that together. I mean, you can donate to their Patreon if you guys are really interested in supporting it, but that's what they're doing. It's basically a bunch of volunteers who are just, and that's Modern Ventures Gamer did say it. It's the hardest thing you can do as a coder or developer is try to emulate the PlayStation 3. But I mean, that's the thing. So I don't think PlayStation 3 backwards compatibility is coming anytime soon. I personally still don't think it's ever going to happen. I would love to see it happen, and I think the only chance it has is if this emulator finally gets up to, let's say, I don't know what the percentage is. That's the thing. Can they just release a list like Microsoft did? Here's a list of titles that are compatible, you can play on it. And by the way, compatible means, and here's something you can say too, that PS3 can boot and you can play through about 60% of their games, but you're still going to run into some issues. So it's playable and you can beat it, but there's going to be points of slowdown, there's quality issues they would have to iron out and make better before Sony would say, yep, we're going to do this. Also keep in mind, some PlayStation 3 discs are 15 to 17 years old this year. So maybe not 17, 16 years old. Let's just go with that. Can be up to 16 years old. And how long do you want to support discs that are that old? I think that's something that Microsoft's working out too, because they can have to take support calls from people that are playing what am I trying to think of? They're playing original Xbox discs in a console that's 20 years newer, and these original Xbox discs have 20 years of wear on them. So, I mean, there's that. Would love to see a Final Fantasy 13 trilogy PS4 as a remaster. I would like to see that too. Sadly, I don't think we get a trilogy one remaster for $70. They're going to break those out. Just, heck, we can't even get Final Fantasy 7 on one disc anymore. We have to split those up into many parts as possible. It's already available on Game Pass. I played through, before I lost Game Pass, I started playing through Final Fantasy 13. I played it for 13 hours so far. No joke. When I hit 13 hours, I'm like, yeah, I'll stop here. I'll pick it up again when I get Game Pass again. But yeah, they already have Final Fantasy 13 and 13.2 on Game Pass. They don't have 13.3, but again, I really didn't like 13.3. I didn't like the clock that they put on the game, and you have to beat it in so long. I really don't like that. It's the same thing as Majora's Mask. I didn't like that in Majora's Mask either. That they put a clock on things and you have to reset it every once in a while, so. You can play Final Fantasy on everything. Chris is correct, yep. Crazy Ken over his engineered cell chip. Yes. His over-engineered cell chip. You are right with that. Well, and that's the thing. That's why people have often asked, and they don't get when I say, why is it impossible to emulate a PS3? It's because of that cell processor. Just to give you a hint, it works like nothing modern hardware works like. Nothing before or since that has ever been popular has ever used that cell architecture, and that's the reason why. Backwards compatibility on other things, like, like playing a game from Windows 98 is technically possible because your CPU is still built the same way, essentially, as a PC from the 1980s. x86 architecture has been around for that long, so that's why backwards compatibility is a thing on computers. But the chips that they use in the PlayStation 3 are so different, modern processor chips still can't emulate what that chip was doing because it's just built so differently. And the fact that a cell processor is custom programmable, so you can make the SPUs, or the SPEs, whatever they call them, those little separate cell processors in there, they can program them to do whatever they want, and they can use features and whatever they want. So it's really hard to emulate when every game programs the CPU differently. And they have so many different processing units to program for. And yes, that's why they said, you are correct about that. They said the Sega Saturn was impossible for a similar reason, because there's like 5 chips running at a time, and all of the code has to run in parallel. And yeah, there's so much stuff with that. I'm not a technical wizard with that kind of stuff, but I understand a little bit on a technical level why it's difficult to emulate those. So yep, Gauntlet Dark Legacy, you'd like to see get a remaster remake on PS4. You're still on the PS4, Brandon, but I think we should say PS4/PS5. Well, you guys know that once they get the stock situation figured out, or the supply chain thing figured out, the PS4 is dead. They're just waiting on it. See, my throat's starting to get dry. That's the first time I've coughed today. So I'd love to see all the stuff come out for the PS4 and the PS5. The PS4 might become like the Series S. You guys see that coming? You guys think that'll happen? Like the PS4 Pro will become like the Series S? And maybe they'll keep doing stuff, because the PS5 is essentially a beefed up PS4. That's actually the reason why the GameCube was backwards compatible with the Wii. Because a Wii is basically a beefed up GameCube, and a Wii U is basically a beefed up Wii. So technically speaking, they could have made the Wii U, it actually is backwards compatible. You can hack it and make your Wii U backwards compatible. But they decided not to, and I don't know what the issue was. Maybe there was some game-breaking thing in that they found in a couple of games, like, well, if we can't get all, then we're just going to scrap it. We won't let anybody do it. But it would have been awesome to see the Wii U get... I think it may have made the Wii U sell a little bit better. But that's the thing. They took away GameCube backwards compatibility out of the Wii before they were even done with the Wii, so... Anywho, Too many games, so much to do, so little time to tell it in. I want to thank everybody before I forget for tuning into the stream tonight. It was definitely a little bit different. I haven't streamed the PSP in a while, and this is the first time I've streamed it with my upscaler. Makes the freaking games look amazing. Before I forget to say something on the way out, don't forget to leave a like. If you guys are the first time here, I've seen a lot of new people in the chat tonight. If you guys want to click subscribe, I usually stream on Mondays. I usually stream on Mondays. I usually stream on Mondays. And I usually have a video that comes out on Tuesdays. This Tuesday, though, I will not. I'm sorry, Tuesday. I have videos that come out on Thursdays. But I will not have a video out this Thursday. I'm still working on videos, but I'm taking a break on posting them so I can get caught up. There's going to be a time. There might be a huge gap in when videos come out later on. I'm just kind of trying to space out the huge gap. Sorry, my eye started burning right as the heat kicked on, and I felt a piece of dust go in there, and it's just bugging me now. So sorry if this bugs any of you guys that I'm wiping my eye in the middle of this. Anyway, so yeah, otherwise, again, if you're new, huge backlog of stuff. Definitely recommend any of the Ultimate Console reviews that I've done. I've done the 8-Bit War, whole bunch of stuff in there. You can see my popular uploads, so thanks everyone for joining in. Oh, thanks, Monterus. I appreciate that. Monterus Ross. You as well. Yep. See you, Travis. Thanks for coming in. Xenon, Damon, Brandon, have a good night. We'll see you next time.